Welcome back to Money 2020, and we are Cryptofocus. We, like the name says, we focus on crypto. But today, we're going to focus on traditional finance, we're going to focus on Web3, we're going to focus on AI, and we're going to focus on the players that move money, the players that matter. Because as soon as that bridge is gapped between decentralized and traditional, it'll be good and better for all of us. My name is Immanuel, and we're coming at you live from Amsterdam in the Rye. Yes, we're literally on the floor. We're not in the press lounge. We're not in the front of the building. We're on the floor in a booth bringing you all of these interviews, sitting down with the most interesting people. And in this case, one of the most beautiful people I've seen right here. This is Jem.
Thank you.
You gotta love it, you gotta love it. She flew in from the UK, but the team is global. A lot of people from Nigeria right here in the Rye for Money 2020. And let me put it to you like this. If you're trying to move money in, out, within Africa, you need Fincra. Yeah, I said it with a straight face, very serious.
That's right.
You need Fincra. That's the only way you can move in, out, or within of Africa when it comes to doing it reliably, securely, and with a keyword, compliance. So, Jem, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for sitting there with us and actually talking to us. And you know something? It's a new experience for me as well. We were here last year. We got to talk to so many people. And the information that we get makes us richer. Knowledge is power.
Absolutely.
And when you actually give us that knowledge, you're giving us power. So from your perspective, and then in our pre-talk, it was in, out, within. Compliant, reliable, secure. You want to do that, you need Fincra.
Absolutely.
Elaborate on that. Tell me why.
Right. So why is literally we can almost, especially within Africa, right? It's incredibly hard for you to be able to move payments. What do I mean? You have like a local bag seller in Kenya, right? And they want to serve a customer in, say, Nigeria or a customer in Cote d'Ivoire, whatever, right? Them being able to receive that payment is so hard because the rails have not been, properly built. They've not been well connected. Everything that needs to happen from a regulatory perspective to allow that money move as seamlessly as it ought to move has not been perfected. And that's why we're here. We're building the rails for an integrated Africa. We believe that Africa, yes, we all have our languages, our currencies and everything, but we need to be more integrated. Payments needs to move quickly, more faster, within the continent and then outside and then back into the continent, right? And that's pretty much what we're trying to do. It's really, really hard work to do. There's a reason why there are not a lot of people that have done it. There's a reason why Fincra exists. Like you can count on one hand a number of infrastructure companies that exist. They are not a lot, especially, focusing on Africa. But we understand how important it is for, first of all, Africa to be part of the global economy. Secondly, for payments to be able to move in and out, because then it makes everyone's life easier, right? People are happier. A business has more growth. A customer is happier because they're able to purchase what they want to purchase, right? And pretty much that's why we're here. And we're just connecting the rails, building the rails, going into the countries, figuring it out, speaking to the regulators, right? Getting the right licenses, getting our partnership team to go into those countries, figure out, okay, what is the mode of payment? Is it bank transfer? Is it mobile money? Is it card? What's predominantly being used? How can we get, the regulators, the, agencies, the governments to buy into what we're trying to do? Because, like, we understand that it's not like we're trying to carry it on our head. I'm like, yeah, Fincra is, the best, like we want to do it. No. We need people to do it with us. We need people to be open to understanding that we need an integrated Africa where money can flow, where money can move in and out. And that's where we play. That's why we're here.
I asked her a very simple question, to be honest. Elaborate. And that's what she did. She elaborated. I didn't have to talk for the past 2 minutes. It was all Jem. So let's see if we could ask her a follow-up question. Jem, it's like you gave me so much information, but let me know the biggest thing about Cryptofocus is we try to present the news, but we try to explain it in a way that people to understand why we're talking. If you live in the Netherlands and I work remote with a company in Portugal and they pay me my salary 10 minutes ago. They send it through, let's say, any one of those platforms, those HR platforms. It comes in, I put it in my Revolut bank, I
Yeah.
walk into a supermarket, I can pay.
Mm-hmm.
What's different in Africa? What makes Fincra necessary? Because you said we need more integration, we need to bring together, we need to simplify it. But for those who do not understand why, what's different between what we can do here in the Netherlands that's normal and what's available in Africa?
Okay, so the difference really is in the, how will I put it now? Is it the access, right? So using the example that, maybe taking a leaf from your example that you, there's a business in Ghana, right? Sell leather bags.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're online, obviously, and trying to get like more customers to be able to, I mean, obviously they're in Ghana, they're selling to the Ghanaian audience, but then they also want to sell to, you know, Nigerians, Kenyans, in the UK, right? But then the challenge is, how do I get that funds from Nigeria? How do I get that naira from Nigeria and then get it into my own account, and then it becomes Ghana cedis? That's where we come in.
Okay.
Right? Because it's like, you don't have to be your customer does not have to live in Ghana, for instance, for you to be able to sell your products and receive payments, and then the payment comes to you, and you're able to use that money to buy more goods, right? You don't have to, you can sell to anybody anywhere and be able to receive that currency, and then it comes to you, and then you get it in your own currency.
Now, my question is, why has it been so difficult within Africa to do this?
Yeah, like that's a very good question, and I think that, like, we can talk about people who want it to be done and people who don't want it to be done, right?
Okay.
In terms of like the powers that be, like the government and
I
all
understand.
of that, right? And then, you know, people like us who are trying to just, you know, do what we need to do. I would say that the reason why it's been hard is maybe there's the lack of information in terms of like how the people, like the regulators, need to understand like this is something we need to do, which is where people like Fincra come in, where we're like, we will sit at the policy table and actually say, this is where the problem is, and this is what we think that we can do together to be able to fix the problem from a payment perspective, right? You know, it's good for everyone to say, yeah, status quo, business as usual, let's just keep it. But if we want to catch up, if Africa actually wants to be a part of that global economy and we want to be in those conversations, then we really need to open up our rails, right? Markets need to open up their rails. Banks, they need to open up their books, right? Other fintech companies need to open up their tech so that everybody can connect, right? So that everybody can see, if I've done a KYC in Ghana as a Ghanaian, for instance, why do I need to do KYC somewhere else, where if the bank is speaking to the other bank, they can just send my...
The communication's
Do you
not there.
get, like, the communication is not there, so everyone
And
wants
you're bridging
to,
that little gap.
Yes, we're bridging it. We're bringing everything together. So we're going to do the grunt work, the hard work of figuring out, okay, what do we need in this country? What does the business need in this country? So they don't have to be, they just come to Fincra and they get access to Ghana, Kenya, Nigeria, Zabzov, Cameroon, this, that, and they can sell everywhere. They don't have to like go and actually set up shop in all of those markets and be able to receive the payments, because we've already connected those rails for them through Fincra. One API,
Done.
different markets connected. You don't even have to connect different APIs.
Just
Like,
one API.
Yeah.
Now, my question is, obviously, you're not the only one trying to do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what sets you apart?
So for us, I think what sets us apart is really the cross-border FX play. So as part of the things that we do, obviously there's the payment of it, but then there's the FX, the trading side of it, right? And honestly, I would say, if we do say so ourselves, we are probably one of the best FX, you know, providers, right? Liquidity providers that you can find.
Okay.
And our rates are so good. You know, we have a lot of like corporates who come to us, who trade with us, who will help move billions and billions of dollars to, you know, their counterparts and all of that at good rates, right? So the fact that, first of all, we have the infrastructure, number one, because a lot of people build on other people's, they go and get the tech. We have the tech. We built it in-house. We have the infrastructure. We've gone to all the countries, and we will still go to more, right? Gotten everything we need from a regulatory compliance licensing perspective. And then we have the FX. I think we might be the only one that have like the FX API. We also have like BDC license in Nigeria, which no other person has. That's Bureau de Change license that allows you to actually facilitate trade. because we have built the tech, because we have sat in rooms with people that matter, and because we understand what needs to be done. I think that's what makes us different. And to be honest, like, we don't really see competition. For any competitor you mentioned to me now, I can probably tell you a product of ours that they can use, or a product of theirs that we can use, and that connects these rails more together, and then we do it together, right? So we don't really see competitor in that sense of thing. We can, yeah, a lot of people do what we can do. Okay, come, let's do it together. Let me give you what you don't have. Give me what I don't have. Let's see where we can then get Africa to.
So in case you missed it, I'm going to simplify it for you. What Jem is saying is, when she says Africa needs to integrate, she means it at every level, even including Fincra. If you are trying to bring connectivity within Africa, come talk to them.
Yep.
Do it together. Let's move Africa forward. That was a beautiful thing to say.
Yeah.
I even know you realize what you just said.
You just said it perfectly.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of simplify what you just said. Connectivity as the core of what makes Fincra Fincra.
Absolutely.
They're not just trying to connect Africa, they're trying to connect the world to Africa and Africa to the world. And they have the expertise, they have the reliability, and they are being compliant in doing so. Thank you, Jem.
Thank you so much, Immanuel.
That was very informative. That was a value-add interview.
Yeah?
I enjoyed it a lot.
Are you sure?
Yes, I did.
Are you sure? You're
She's
not just
funny.
saying that.
You're
Are you
good.
sure
I
you're not
like
just
it.
saying that?
I like it.
Thank
You
you
brought
so
it to
much.
life. I think this is the longest interview we've done today because
Really?
you're just that interesting. I'm serious.
Oh, thank you so much.
Make sure you actually watch this till the end. We're going to share it. Hopefully you'll share it. Like this video. There's going to be an article attached to it. Read the article. Get to know Fincra and help us all get connected. It's all about the connections and the connectivity that we can provide the world. We're Cryptofocus, sitting here with Jem from Fincra, and we're live from Money 2020.